Hi, Exagilas. Tsepisa kama Italiana. Is the last time. Is the last time. What's going on, people? Welcome back to League M for another video. The round of 16 is finished. We're looking towards the quarterfinals now, and we're going to see how I did with regards to my predictions. So, yeah, let's get into it. Do it. Switzerland versus Italia. It's not really an obvious fixture even when you look at it on paper, because on one hand, the Swiss made it out of their group without losing a single game. The Italians did not. And in fact, they had almost lost their final game against Croatia. And in my opinion, when it comes to the attack, the Swiss are much more assured in front than the Italians. So there's a lot of things to look at here, meaning the front men have not really fired on all cylinders consistently. The midfielders and defenders have been the best players in this competition so far. I think the Italians will be excellent in build-up, but I think the Swiss will have more clear-cut chances. Federico Chiesa will probably hit the post. The Swiss will score first and will look to dig in, but I think the Italians have a goal in them. So they will equalize to take the game to extra time. And the game will not be settled after 120 minutes. So my bet is that the Italians will go through on penalties. Oh, my Dariana. Hi. What's up? Like, I was coming all right, because here am I saying all these good things about the Swiss, saying that they're actually coming into this game in much better form, and they look better than Italy are currently looking right now. I guess I could have clocked when Italy were missing their best defender throughout this tournament due to suspension. That was a red flag. That was a red flag. And I did say the Swiss were going to score first. I did say they were going to have the better chances. Italy were not good in build-up. They were horrible. They couldn't place passes together. From an Italian perspective, that performance was horrible. It really was. And the Swiss were just so much better and much more hungrier. Like, they wanted it more. The Italians were playing with two players, which is crazy. Oh yeah, first L. Damn, man. I just want the Swiss to deal with England, please. Moving on. Germany versus Denmark. The Germans are obvious favorites for this fixture, but if you ask me, that really comes with conditions. The Danes can dig in when necessary, and they will try to do so and lock up shop. They will try to make sure that the Germans do not get any space to operate. The Germans will be tested again, and we've seen so far that when they are tested, they tend to not be make sure. Last time they played against a half-decent side, they had to come back from behind to rescue a point. And I think we'll see more of the same still, especially if Kai Havertz starts at the front. But I think with them having more of the possession and more of the dangerous players being on the ball, someone like Jamal Musiala will help to open the scoring for the Germans. You know, he'll use some of his footwork to dance in the box and curl one in to the bottom corner. The Danes will equalize, let's say, through a Pierre-Emil Højbjerg screamer. But Niklas Füllkrug will come in and header in the winner in the 80th minute for Germany to go through. You know, this one, you know what, just because Germany are through, I'm going to take this as a correct prediction. I'll take this as a point. I did say they would score 2 goals. I did say Jamal Musiala would be on the score sheet. Of course, when I say Kai Havertz is going to struggle in front of goal, he scores a penalty, but you know, good for him. Denmark weren't really putting up much of a fight. I feel like after their goal was disallowed for offside, that kind of thing sort of idiamo, yeah, like it drains you. And they just couldn't pick up after that moment. But it was clear as day that Germany were going to go through, and they have. So I'm taking it as a point. England versus Slovakia. Hey, these guys always have it easy, man. Surely this time Gareth Southgate will realize that he needs to balance out the team in terms of squad selection. Players need to play in their correct positions, even if it means some players need to be dropped, right? Wrong. I still reckon he will play forward in the left wing. I think he will go back to playing Trent in midfield. I don't think we'll see Palmer start the game again. England will find it difficult breaking the Slovakian low block, but will somehow fluke a goal through a mistake in the Slovakian defense and win the game 1-0. Slovakia. I'm actually not disappointed in Slovakia for losing the way that they did. I feel like for the tide to turn the way that it did, like England are just that kind of team. I'm not going to say because they were, but you need a bit of luck in the game sometimes. And sometimes it just falls on your lap, this kind of luck. And you take it and you run. So it's good that they did. Yeah, they had the opportunity and they seized it. I was going to be very shocked. Well, not very shocked that England were knocked out by Slovakia, but to be honest, that wouldn't have come as a shocker because they were horrible for the whole game. They were finding it difficult to break Slovakia. They were not doing it at will, is what I'm saying. And for Bellingham to pop out the way that he did, that's just how it is. And Bellingham is, clutch. And he has been clutch throughout this season. That's why, you would find that the hype surrounding him is inflated. It has been inflated because he comes up with these moments, and the timing of these moments is just perfect because it plays with your emotions. Shout out to Stasia. That's his bar. It just looks like the kind of game that England would fluke. And they're through. So I'll take this one as a point. But Switzerland will deal with them. Spain versus Georgia. This is by far the easiest prediction that I'm going to make. Hopefully we don't see any surprises. Georgia have shown potential to keep up with some of the best, and that's good for them. I think for entertainment value, I would like to see them, try to at least cause problems for Spain. But I'm afraid we might not see that because I think they'll be chasing the ball for most of the game, if not the whole game. I find it difficult to get the ball to Kvaratskhelia and Mitakaudze. And on the other hand, Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal will run the defense ragged. They will run circles around them and they will cook them any chance they get. Spain will bag a couple of goals through one of the wingers. Morata will definitely be on the score sheet. Fabian Ruiz, I think, will have a masterclass in midfield. Marco Correa, a masterclass in defense. And Spain will go through 3 goals with no reply. Be the more convincing win. I just love being right. Like, this one is not really 100%. I didn't get it 100%. But, you can argue 95% nyana, 90% nyana. It's there. I got an A+, not gonna lie. But yeah, man, really doesn't take a rocket scientist to, figure out. Like, Georgia had me in the first half, I'm not going to lie. Like, their intensity, they came to play, they came to, show out. And for the first 30 minutes, so to speak, they were really giving it a shot. But, Spain got more settled, got their best players on the ball. Nico Williams on the score sheet. Lamine Yamal has a contribution himself. Fabian Ruiz scored a goal, Morata didn't score. Okay, yeah, that's where we take down the points. That's where we take down the points. They did bag more goals. They won convincingly. Spain are looking good, guys. Spain are, the match against Spain and Germany is going to be not the best of the tournament because games of that magnitude hardly are in terms of just entertainment. But I think we're going to see something there. But for now, get in. Got it. France versus Belgium. 2 of the top 3 of Africa's biggest ops. There's not really much to say here. Not really giving Belgium a chance. I think France will wake up and realize that own goals and penalties will not really cut it to win this time, and will want to make sure that they win the game at any and all costs. I think Kylian Mbappe will open the scoring. Romelu Lukaku will miss another open chance or even have another goal denied for offside. But I think Belgium will find a way to get back into the game, maybe through Kevin De Bruyne. But then France will bag 2 more goals to win the game through Antoine Griezmann and Olivier Giroud off the bench to win the game 3-1 and go through to the quarterfinals. Now, we need to talk about that game. What was happening? Both teams, it just wasn't happening for both teams. Offensively, like defensively, they were great. Like, both structures, they were really on it. But I didn't see any of the attackers from both sides. Mbappe didn't score. France didn't win 3-1. They won through Randal Kolo Muani, of which that was a great goal. That was a great goal from him. It sort of feels like a redemption for the 2022 final, but yeah, nothing can make up for that shame. But, you know, good for him. Good for him for coming in and scoring, being the super sub. But guys, that performance, that French performance, it tells me that they're not going to go really far in this tournament, depending on who they face. But I digress. France are through. I think I'll take that. I'll take that. Portugal versus Slovenia. This is the kind of opposition that Portugal like to play against. Like, this is their bread and butter. If we're really being honest, Slovenia really have no hope in this match. Because who realistically are they going to look to? You have Benjamin Sesko, Jan Oblak, and then there's everyone else. Jan Oblak has been by far the best performer for Slovenia. So I think this time, you know, Sesko will be let down. Rafael Leao will successfully take players on, but then he'll put in awful crosses, get subbed out in the 60th minute. Sesko will get a lucky break, but fluff the chance. I think this time around, Cristiano Ronaldo will be on the score sheet for the first time this Euros. Bruno Fernandes will bag a goal himself. Slovenia will get a last-minute consolation through, I don't know who. I don't think Sesko's going to score. Someone else will, but Sesko, no. Portugal go through to... You? I couldn't have been more wrong. I really couldn't have been more wrong. Portugal. No. I mean, they did go through, but for them to go through in the way that they did, personally, I'm not satisfied with this prediction. I know ultimately that Portugal was going to go through, but for them to have found it difficult to beat Slovenia in 90 minutes, as it's a serious concern. Did they have chances? Yeah, they had chances. In Slovenia, here and there, they also had their chance to get in front. And I think one of the chances did fall to Benjamin Sesko, and he fluffed it. Jan Oblak basically vindicated my statement, saying he's Slovenia's best performer with that penalty save. Ronaldo even missed a penalty. Like, Portugal could have gone through in 90 minutes. Ronaldo was going to be in the score sheet, like I said. Guys, it could have went so right. I'm not satisfied with this prediction because it could have went so right. But ultimately, Portugal did go through, so I guess I'll take it. Ronaldo made up for the penalty in the end by scoring in the shootout. One more from Bruno, another one from Bernardo. Slovenia missed all their penalties. Diogo Costa. What a performance from Diogo Costa in the shootout, by the way. He reminded me of someone. And Romania versus Netherlands. This match is a bit tricky. Like, Romania are in uncharted territory. There's a strong likelihood that the occasion may get to them and they will just crumble under the pressure. But I think they will be just fine. I think they will put up a fight despite the Dutch being in a good place themselves in this tournament. I think the Dutch will have most of the ball and create more of the chances. Romania will hold their own, but I think the Dutch will be too much for them. 2-0 win with goals from Cody Gakpo and Xavi Simons. Yeah, pretty simple this. Romania did put up a fight for a good amount of time, but ultimately the Dutch were going to pile on the pressure. They were going to buckle eventually. Gakpo has been quietly doing a carry job here because personally, you guys can let me know in the comments below. The other attackers are not really pulling their weight. Like Memphis and them, it's very concerning. You know, because you have all these other good players whom we claim are better than Cody Gakpo, but Cody Gakpo is outdoing everybody. So that is something we should look at. Daniel Malin got the other 2 goals. I think one of the goals, Gakpo had a hand in that. Ultimately, Netherlands are through, so we got this one. Yes. Austria versus Turkey. Now, this one has the potential to be the best game of the round because we have 2 sides who like to play on the front foot, who like to play expansively. You know, this game has great potential to be an open game with both teams going band for band. I think the Turks will miss the creativity of Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Maybe Arda Güler will step up, but one thing I know is that Marcel Sabitzer will look to run the show. Both teams not assured in defense. I think there's a potential of a high-scoring game here, so I'm going for a 3-2 win for Austria. The battle of the dark horses has been fought and it has been decided. Turkey have become the dark horses that we said they would be 4 years ago. Shout out to the guys still invested their stocks that doubled down, because Turkey are really slowly but surely growing into the tournament. Arda Güler involved in the first goal for Turkey. Merih Demiral, of all people, bagging a brace. Who would have thought, if you told a Turkey fan 4 years ago when they crashed out with 0 points, not even making it out of the group, that Merih Demiral will bag a brace to take them to the quarterfinals of the European Championship, they'd have looked at you like a madman and admitted you to the psychiatric complex on the same day. Like, these are the kinds of things that you don't see coming at all. Turkey were just on it. Austria put up a fight and it was a great game to watch. Eventually pulled the goal back, but Demiral was just like, nope. So I guess it's an L here. Damn. Anyway, that is it for this video. This time we got, how many? 6 out of 8. I was looking to get at least 4 right. So I think, overall we did good. And yeah, by the time you watch this, I'll have dropped the predictions for the quarterfinals. And I'll be back with more Chelsea content as well, so stay tuned for that. Please don't forget, if you're new, to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you on the next one. Keep it M.